Welcome back to the Blitz. Now we go on to the AFC West, where just like you always can count on the Colts making it from their division, San Diego, whether they do it second half run or whatever, they made the playoffs the last 4 years. They won 4 in a row. And certainly they'd be ready to flatten the Raiders at home because after all, they're wearing, Tom, those powdered blues. The powdered blues. Oh, yeah, the greatest uniform in the history of professional sports. Tom Cable says, that's nice, but remember the first game when special teams gaffed by the Chargers led to a Raider win, essentially giving them 12 points? Well, look at this. Darren Sproles, ball people, Darren Sproles, fumble. Tom Cable says, powder blues, regular blues. I'm giving you the blues. We're going to recover it, and here comes, hey, it's 4th and 1 from the 9. And who knew they could do this? Jason Campbell. Talk about a naked bootleg. He's naked into the end zone, touchdown.
Well, you think the handoff, Antoine Applewhite, the end guy on the right side, has to get as deep as the football until it's handed off. He doesn't do that, it's an easy touchdown.
So the obligatory special teams gap, but lately they've been doing it early. But Philip Rivers says, oh, now here's a regular offense gap. Just overthrow picked up by Michael Huff. And can it be like, I don't know, like Peyton Manning when things don't go well, like all of a sudden too much on one guy? I don't know. 2 for 280, but that wasn't the story. The story was the Raiders again on 4th and 1. Campbell sneaks. First down. Oakland. Watch this. Jason Campbell, Jacoby Ford. That's beautiful. Touchdown. 14-0.
Yeah, Darius Hayward-Bay is going to do what we call a rub on Donald Strickland, the DB. Quarterback throws the ball to Jacoby Ford. Actually tries to hit the pylon at the back of the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Down 14-3 second quarter. And I want you to see a big fella named Marcel Reese. Past midfield. And then what? Leaps tall buildings with a single bound.
And boom, you said big guy, 6'3", 240 pounds, hurdling a player like that on the field.
22-yard gain. Tell me that Michael Bush from this is the sound effect highlight. And everything's going here for the Raiders, who lead 21-3 in San Diego. The Chargers have scored to make it 21-13, but then Darren McFadden puts an end to all this tomfoolery, and he ices it with 4.5 to go. With lost 13 in a row to San Diego before winning earlier this year in Oakland. Now they've swept them, and all those 18 straight wins in December for the Chargers. We'll see it. The Raiders win at 28-13, so 18-6-6. Well, the eye-opener for me, Tommy, and it's the Chargers. Let's start with them and give the Raiders credit, who came in physically twice against San Diego this year. But it looked to me as if the Chargers, and reading the paper or whatever they're doing, oh, we're supposed to win all these games in December. They came out, I didn't see any verve from the Chargers, almost like the team that I saw earlier this year. And I was shocked. You know, they were, quote, supposed to win this. And they played like that. You found out that doesn't work, especially with a division rival.
All the energy, boom, belonged to the Raiders, and that was at the line of scrimmage where they ran the ball 52 times for 251 yards. You look at the Chargers, they weren't very physical. 8 carries for 21 yards. So they had no balance to their offense, and even though you have Philip Rivers, you're not going to win games if you have no run game to balance you off. And you know, I give the Raiders credit. They're going out with a consistent game plan now. We're going to run, we're going to play action, we're going to play good D.
And I give the Raiders credit because they had not won more than 5 games, and now 6-6 since they went to the Super Bowl in 2002. So that's a big change for Oakland. Of course, a big change for Kansas City this year.